With Microsoft Build just finished, let's explore the most relevant and exciting announcements. And believe me, they are pretty cool. This is the M&AN Show. Hello everyone, and welcome along to a new episode of the M&AN Show. Thank you very much for joining me today. Make sure to subscribe to this channel right now. Just click on the subscribe button below and turn on the notifications so you will not miss any other new video. This week, the M&AN Show is completely dedicated to Microsoft Build, the biggest conference for developers by Microsoft that has just taken place. As we all know, this year the conference went completely virtual, and this allowed it to be a 48-hour experience spanning 3 different time zones. At any moment in time, independently of your time zone, there were at least 6 sessions being delivered live simultaneously, plus the one recorded. A truly great experience. If you haven't had a chance to watch them live, don't worry, because the majority of the sessions have been recorded, so you can watch them on demand. Just go to mybuild.microsoft.com. There have been so many new features, products and services announced during the conference that it would take me hours to go through all of them. For this reason, I decided to pick the most exciting ones, but stay with me until the end because I have few honorable mentions at the end. If you want to go through the full list of announcements, just check the link in the video description below. Alright, let's start with the first news. The first thing I want to talk about, and I actually think is pretty exciting, is the new features of Azure ARC. If you're not familiar with Azure ARC, it's a service in Azure that extends the Azure Resource Manager capabilities to any cloud provider or even your on-prem. What that means is that you can manage your on-prem resources and also resourcing in other cloud providers, like if they were on Azure, with the same tools, security, and processes. And that works also for data services as well. During this year's build, Microsoft announced the public preview of a new feature for Azure ARC, which is the Azure ARC-enabled Kubernetes. And that lets you manage, govern, and operate your Kubernetes clusters, including OpenShift, wherever they are, with the Azure tools. Can you imagine having the power of Azure across your whole server and services estate? That blows my mind. Next one is about 2 super cool new features of CosmosDB. The first, cloud-native multi-API NoSQL database. Microsoft has announced, in fact, the new serverless capabilities of CosmosDB. Basically, you will not pay any more for provisioned capacity, but you will be billed by actual utilization of your service. And this is ideal for non-critical, intermediate or small workloads with medium capacity requirements. And Microsoft has also announced the forthcoming general availability of the new CosmosDB Autoscale, which still ensure you the 1-digit latency and 99.999% availability while taking the management of throughput off your ends. And the way this works is that you set a higher limit for your throughput and RUs, and the CosmosDB engine then scales up and down within those boundaries for you. Finally, Microsoft also announced some more enterprise features for CosmosDB, like bring your own key for encryption and point-in-time recovery for CosmosDB. If you're not using CosmosDB yet, just go and check it out because it's a really cool service, and with these new additions, it's perfect for everyone. By the way, if you're as excited as I am about all of this, just go down and hit the like button below. Now a news for our data friends. Microsoft in fact announced Azure Synapse Link, which is a new service that allows you to take advantage of Azure Synapses and all the analytics capabilities without actually having ETLs and without stressing your operational data. With just a click of a button, you will be able to link your Azure Synapse and your operational data store immediately and take advantage of real-time analytics. And of course, you can also link that to your existing analytics database. Azure Synapse Link is already available in CosmosDB and will soon be available in Azure SQL, Azure PostgreSQL, and Azure MySQL. The next one is another announcement that actually blew my mind when I've seen it live. I guess you probably know Azure Maps, which is the service that, as the name say, allows you to customize maps, but also enhance your application and your location-aware application using geospatial data. We now also have Azure Maps Private Atlas, which basically allows you to upload to the service indoor and private environments and feed environment and sensors data to it. You can monitor, manage, and track your private assets within your private spaces, such as offices, malls, airports, and even your private outdoor spaces. This is so cool. I really encourage you to go and watch the build presentation of it after this video because it will blow your mind as well. Let's move to the next one, which once again I think is pretty cool. We all know Azure App Service, which is one of the most popular services in Azure, where you can host your web application, APIs, and even containers. We have a new hosting option specifically designed for the increasingly popular Jamstack architecture, which basically means that all the content is generated at build time and published as static content. This new service, called Azure Static Web App, is ideal for static site generators like Jekyll and Hugo, and also for developers using React, Vue, or Angular to create single-page application that can be backed up by Azure Functions APIs or something like that. And that's not all. In fact, Azure Static Web App can deploy your code directly from GitHub. If you link your GitHub repo to your Azure Static Web App, in fact, Azure will create a GitHub action for you, which is capable of building up your application and deploying it to Azure. That is crazy. Check them out because it's like, wow. By the way, if you want to know more about GitHub Actions, check my video about it. You can find it here or in the video description below. Last but definitely not least, I want to talk about my two favorite new features of WSL2. WSL2 is the new version of the Windows subsystem for Linux, which brings a fully flavored Linux kernel inside Windows and lets you execute application and script that normally works only on Linux. Even though WSL2 has been just GA'd few days ago with the latest version of Windows, we already have some new exciting announcement about it. The first one is that WSL2 will soon support GPU, and this will enable a new series of scenarios in which you can use GPU hardware acceleration for your development environment in WSL2. And this will be perfect for machine learning, artificial intelligence, and so on and so forth. The second one, which I think is even cooler, is that WSL will soon allow for graphical user interface apps to run. You will be able to run graphical Linux application inside WSL, which to you will basically show like Linux application running side by side with Windows application on a graphical desktop. I know I've said it a few times already, but this is so cool. Question of the day. What is your favorite new service or feature that has been announced at Build? Let me know in the comment section below. Before closing, as I promised, I have few honorable mentions. And those are smaller news that didn't make it into the main list, but I think they are worth mentioning. The first one is about the new Windows Package Manager, WinGet. It's similar to Chocolately if you use it, or to apt-get in Linux, but is fully managed by Windows. It's created by the Microsoft team, but is fully open source, so you can go on GitHub and check the code, and also you can propose your packages for it in GitHub as well. It works really well, it's still in preview, but I can see a ton of usage for that, and I myself, I already use it for install the Power Tools and other tools. So go and check that out, it's really cool as well. Second special mention is about the new Windows Terminal that now has reached the version 1.0 and is basically GA. If you don't know about it, it's basically the new CMD for Windows, or an enhanced terminal that encapsulates CMD, PowerShell, and even WSL shells for allowing you to, be more productive and have a ton of customization in there. Third special mention is about bot framework and cognitive services. In fact, there have been a lot of new capabilities added to those services, including Q&A makers, the new LUIS features, and all of them now run in containers, so you can even run them on-premise in your infrastructure. And last but not least, special mention for HoloLens 2, the virtual reality or augmented reality device from Microsoft, which will finally begin shipping in a wider audience in fall 2020. Alright, there was a lot of information. Hope you all kept up with me and are as excited as I am about all of this. Once again, you can find the whole list of news and announcement in the link in the video description below. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for joining me today, and see you soon at CoderDave.